Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Ready.
He's got room to run right at the start. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
That's good for a Bills.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
41-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Let's go now. Go, Reed. Go. Gravity. Hurt.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A gain of 2. Brings up
They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Olsen. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
19, target. Hey, check that. Street.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be blocked down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 7th play of this opening drive. And here's third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Cup 19.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Metcalf with the grab. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Ready? Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Unlock right.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Ready?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Panther Street. Go.
Back to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Bills will send out the field goal unit. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Moving the tight end right. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. The throw taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
That's Jones in motion. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them.
On the jump. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
The RPO, that one is complete. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead.
Bills 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that'll go out of bounds. A great effort. They wanted to pin them, a directional kick, cover it, but instead the ball goes out of bounds, so it backfires, and they'll take over at the 40-yard line. The drive will start on the ground, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Forced out wide. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now, faking the give. Got it into the hands of Mims. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a first down?
Check. Check.
Now give on the ground. Space to run inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Buffalo.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Open man downfield is Smith. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now they'll set up to throw. It'll be slung out wide to Spears. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. Look at the big man go. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cowboy, Lion.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He connects with Mims. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check Bobcat.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Hey!
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Here's second and 2.
Come on. Past the 60, past the 60. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
They'll stick with him again. Finds room inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Bills. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Makes the score Bills 17. Ravens 14.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready, right?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Coming across the field on target to Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Spears. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
60, drop 60. Let's go. Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Baltimore. On for the extra point is Boswell. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Boswell now for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Ravens move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And angling for the sideline, but that ball will go out of bounds, so they try to pin them deep with a directional kick, but it backfires. With the ball out of bounds, it'll come out to the 40-yard line.
Go, Reed.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
48-yard line.
Check smash. Check smash. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Right back to him on first down. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Hey, check that. Bronco 80. Warrior 70.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Panther Street. Ready. Got it. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Cup 19. Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove, like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Man open is Jones. He's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. And even 30 yards. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cougar, 19, 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and I saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down. Here's the option, running right. And he'll give it up on the pitch. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. And in motion is Brown. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Let's go, ready?
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs. So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, creates great separation downfield, and now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Rolling right, it's taken in.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here we go, set. Ready?
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. The ball comes out, but this is taken in by a teammate.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst-case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Hubbard. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready? Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Check. Straight, Bronco 80.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Let go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
8 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Bills first down.
Check, man.
6-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready?
Now a give up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10
Go check,
at
go
the
check.
47-yard line.
Rig alert, rig alert. Hut, hut.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down.
Gain of 4 brings up third and 6.
Come on. Set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready. 60 Bobcat, 60.
Back to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. To the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Metcalf pulls in that one. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
That's good.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
46-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he will score again. Touchdown, Bills. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. He'll drop to throw. That'll be intercepted. He works free, right side. Past midfield. Inside the 30.
Always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Street. Hey. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, check that. Street. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A pass complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now, faking the give. moving outside the pocket, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Spears will take this one into the end zone. It's a Raven touchdown. Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Right there, right there. Let's go now.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Rolling right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football at their own 23. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
On under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
First down. A gain of 46 yards on the play.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
19 tight, 19 tight, steady.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So